Good morning, everybody. How you doing today? My name's Andrew.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Pop-Pop.
I'm Callie.
And we're some of the Veggie Boys.
Hey, girls!
And we'd like to thank you for stopping by. If you're new here, please consider subscribing because we can grow a lot of stuff on the farm, but one thing we can't grow is this channel without your help. Welcome back, everyone. It's so nice to see you. We're getting an early start and we're trying to move a little quickly this morning. We want to get all these animals taken care of rather sooner than later because we are going to be experiencing some storms today. Now, sadly, that is going to mess up the nice thing we've got going on down around back here. I mean, it's been pretty nice for working. That's mostly due to it being below freezing for, well, an extended period of time. But our temperatures have really been warming up. And today, I think we're almost getting into the 40s. I can definitely tell a difference with the weather, and the animals can too. I think they like it a little on the cooler side. Helps to keep the pens a little cleaner. But for the most part, it hasn't been too bad. If it does warm up a little bit, it does make working a little nicer for us. One thing I wanted to show you, we moved some grain over here to the calf pen. This is gonna make feeding so much easier. You can see we've got our calves all hanging out. He's got breakfast in bed, and over here, we got some calves munching on grain. I'm coming in! Beep, 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 beep. Back up, back up, back up! No escaping, please! Something recent we had to change up, and it's a little on the weird side. We had to take our feeder and move it over. The manure was making like a ditch underneath it because that's the only place the chickens couldn't poop. So, you know, there was a little ditch and some of the chickens were crawling underneath and laying their eggs. So we had to move the feeders to the side so that was no longer happening. We try very hard to make sure there's straw in these nest boxes, but some of these chickens, they just like to be a little different. They're just, I don't know, maybe weird would be the word. You'll notice even though our temperatures are above freezing, we do have a tub here filled up with water. That's because our water bowl is still not thawed out. Our temperatures creeped up into the 40s yesterday, which was really, really nice. I was able to take Callie outside and run around. It wasn't too cold for that. But even though it got a little on the warmer side, it didn't thaw much out. And I think that's because we were in such a deep freeze there for a little bit. I know, ladies, you like these buckets, but they gotta come with me. You're gonna have to find something else to beat up. don't know if there's much better than munching cows and a beautiful view. You agree with me, Dad? You like Happy cows and a good view?
Yes, I do.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of happy cows, what's up, buddy? What's up? I'll tell you something interesting about our pen of cattle here. We have one standing right in front of me. This guy we have had ever since he was a baby. I mean, all the cattle here have basically been here since they were babies. The only thing is, this guy does not realize that he's not a baby anymore, and he's a big, big cow. Yeah, he's a big old steer. Now, that runs into a few problems. Because this guy over my shoulder doesn't realize how big he is, and because he's so friendly with us, when we get in that pen, it's a little on the dangerous side. For one thing, he loves when we're bedding up the pen because it's exciting to him. Another thing, anytime we go in there, he thinks that we want to play with him, which we love playing with our animals. But when you're a 1,500-pound steer who thinks he's a baby, that can be a little dangerous. When that steer was on the younger side, what he would do is, while you were in the pen, and I'm talking when he was younger, about 150, 200 pounds, he would come up to you and he'd just bump you in the butt with his head, which was fun, and we encouraged it because we love playing with the steer. However, now that he is much larger, I mean, we let him do it when he was like 600, 700 pounds. He was so friendly, but now that he's like twice that weight, he can literally lift you up off the ground with his head, and he doesn't realize when he's playing how dangerous that could be to us. So we've all taken our fair share of lickings from him. Dad's been hit by him a few times. I've been hit by him. Daniel, he was in there. And good thing Daniel turned around when he did, because that steer, he was gonna give Daniel a big old kick in the butt. However, that's just one of the things we have to deal with here. Because we start all the calves in the cafeteria, it's very easy to be friendly with them. They have a lot of interaction with us. And because of that, many of the cattle here, they develop like a bond with us. We get pretty close, which is nice, especially when you need to take care of them. If they're sick or they have something wrong with them, it's so nice that they're friendly with us and they don't give us any issues. However, when they grow up and they start to become big, big animals, that's where it can be a little bit of a problem. Kitty, hey kitty. Oh, screech, good morning. Good morning, kitty. Oh, scratch, 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 scratch. So far, we've got our newer pen of chickens all taken care of. We've also got all the pastured and penned up cattle fed. Now, Dad, we got a little bit of a question for you. We didn't see much of you in the last video. That's because you were meeting with seed customers, some of the local farmers in the area. How did that go?
Good, good. There's pay discounts if they pay by a certain time, so less price for the seed. So farmers take advantage of that. And plus their harvest is coming in now. They have the money to spend. So we got it all taken care of. I got a few to take care of yet, but we're getting it done.
Now you're saying with the discounts, you try not to be pushy. I know we don't like that ourselves with salesmen. So Dad doesn't try to be pushy, but he just reminds them, you know, if you want to save a little bit of money and you have the opportunity, now would be a better time to pay. That's basically what you're trying to help them with, right?
Yeah, and they're all local farmers. We're all friends. We all work together. It's not like a salesman. We're friends.
Like Dad said, these are all farmers he's known for a very long time. So it is a good opportunity to just get out there and see other farmers. And what are you doing?
Yeah.
See who you were telling me about this morning?
Yeah.
And he's running away. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, buddy, you need to get back in that pen. Okay, he's gone. Turn it around. There you go. Go that way. Yep, yep, yep. No, don't fight. Come on. Whew. Yikes. Speaking of not being in the right spot, what are you doing here? There you go. It's been a few days since you've seen the chickens. They've been growing quite a bit and enjoying their new pen. So now that we got him put back in place, we got to get these calves all fed and taken care of. And there's quite a few that need grain as well, so we're gonna have to grab that.
4 full buckets of grain, and then the rest only like half.
Okie doke. Hey Bart, what's up? What are you doing, buddy? You hanging out? What do you want, Bart? What do you want, buddy? You looking for my dad, huh? He'll be back soon. I just got all the grain dumped into all 10 calves. The calves near the front of the grain house, I think there's 3 or 4 that were getting ready to move out into that other like communal pen of calves. They're no longer on milk, and they're getting to the point where they don't really need to be in the cafeteria. Unlike Bart. What's up, Bart? How you doing, buddy? Altogether, we have 10 calves in this greenhouse. We do like to move them through rather quickly. If the weather is really, really bad, we'll keep them in here for longer. But as we get more and more local calves from the dairy, we need room for them. So if we can get some of these bigger guys moved out, that's a good thing.
Behind you.
Right here, buddy.
I gotta get it. Sometimes there's some special calves. They just don't learn too quick.
For whatever reason, we have some calves that they just take to the bucket right away. It's a lot easier on us. But some of them, they prefer the nipple pail. And this is one that prefers the nipple pail. I had to come up into the farm market to grab something really quickly. And up here we see Grammy has been working on some apple butter. That's a lot of apple butter, Grammy. And
1 bushel.
1 bushel of apples.
Yeah.
And then over here, Grammy's got some poppy seed. You're gonna be making poppy seed rolls?
Yep.
Oh my, what a hard worker. I wanted to come up top and see if I could find out where those storms are coming from. I think they're just gonna pop up. I mean, it does look very gloomy and gray out here, but the wind is coming from that direction, and it doesn't look that bad that direction. I believe it's gonna rain. I can definitely feel it in the air. It just is all of a matter of time of when it's gonna get here. It's no longer just Dad and I down here. Daniel showed up, he worked on grading some of the eggs, and he hopped in the skid steer loader. We're gonna work on bedding out a few of these pens. I wish I had the camera on. I came down around back and I had to like sprint over here. I can sprint. They knocked the gate over and a few of the cows are like walking over it, getting ready to run out. So thankfully I made it in time with my speed. I see you, big boy. I see you, you big brute. What do you want? Huh? This is my buddy. This is my buddy that tries to beat me up, right? That's my buddy.
Not nasty, just playful. And you're too stinking big to be playful.
This is what they did. They just get their nose on it, push it over. We need to pay attention here. I hope my sound works okay. One of the cows was eating my microphone. Yeah, they love to eat microphones. For the most part, the calves will spread this out themselves. They love ripping through these corn stalks. But when we have a big pile like what we do back there, we just try and help it out a little bit. Come on. Come on. There he is. He's who you don't want to deal with. Come on. Come on. Come on. Sometimes people will ask why we tag them. Big reason why we tag them is they all look the same. Oh, I feel so tall. Can you move it over first, Daniel? Have fun, just don't hurt me. One thing I always enjoy is when the cattle get their new bedding. A lot of them like to just explore and go crazy. And then some of them like to lay down. One right in there just immediately got on the nice bedding and was like, yeah, I'm gonna lay down on this. Now we've already talked about what we appreciate about this bedding. Number one, it's cheap. But number two, they really like searching through this stuff. They really like searching through it, looking for any corn cobs, seeing if they can find any corn. It's something that I've really paid attention to as we've used this bedding is how much they seem to enjoy it and how well it works. We're just thankful that we had the equipment to where we could do this, because this is gonna save us a lot of headaches and it's gonna save us a lot of money using something that would have just been left out in the field anyway. Now, it's gonna return to the field as manure, but the organic material in here, it's gonna help out tons later on as it breaks down. We spread it out in the field as manure. It's just only benefits from doing this, as we can see. That is our first pen done. We had dumped some of the bedding over here into the calves, so Dad and Daniel are working on breaking that up. And then the last pen we have is this one right here. And you can see all the cattle lined up looking at what's going on. They really enjoy when we add fresh bedding in here as well. The best way it can be described is like new sheets on the bed. New sheets on the bed is so nice. We have lights at the backside of our barn, but we don't have them on right now, and I'm not walking all the way over to turn them on. But they just got all the bedding put into the calf pen. Now we just have this section here. Now, when we baled these corn stalks, there was a little bit of moisture in them. The only problem we have is these bales actually froze. So once we get towards the center, it's kind of hard to rip them apart. What's cool is they make these awesome machines that you put these bales into them and they actually shred everything up for you. Makes it so much easier. We don't have one of those because we really don't use round bales for bedding all that often. But at this point, it would be handy. You guys enjoying the bedding? Okay, relax, I'm not gonna do nothing. All the way down there, you can see some of the horses out to pasture. There's also some horses right over here. I know those horses are probably appreciating the warmer weather.
My fingers are cold.
Where are your gloves? You should have brought gloves.
I sit in skid steer.
Oh, you almost fell into the skid steer. That was a success. We got all the pens bed up. The cattle seem to be enjoying it. That cat just jumped from the hayloft. It's fine. What I really like is all the cattle already coming back in and laying down. We've been moving pretty quickly because we're trying to get out of here before this rain starts. Daniel is gonna take our last two round bales and move them into the greenhouse so they don't get wet. Now the only thing you haven't seen us do is, one, we haven't collected the eggs in the other chickens, and we haven't graded eggs. That's because Daniel has already taken care of that job. Now over here we have another important job involved with moving calves. Now the calves that we have in here, some of them are a little on the larger side, some are a little on the smaller side. So we're gonna have to make sure we get the right ones. Come on, out you go. You want this Holstein?
I don't want that little black.
Okay, you don't want the black Angus? Okay. That's Ronnie. This is Lily. These are the twin calves that we have. Dad named them after my twins. What about that guy right there?
Yep, that guy can go.
So that's all 6. Turn around. Come on. Come on, out you go. I love moving calves, except for when they run up the hill. Don't go up the hill, Ronnie. Ronnie's going up the hill. Don't block off the hill, Dad said. They're not gonna go up the hill, Dad said. Guess who went up the hill? I can sprint. Get down the hill. Go down the hill. You went up the hill, come on. Down the hill. Go down the hill. Down the hill. Down the hill. Down the hill. No. Right. Keep going.
How long does it take to get one cow?
Yeah, he wouldn't come down the hill. Come on. You should have seen me running up around that hill. That was pretty quick.
I can sprint.
Took you a long time to get
No, I did not. Here's some of those calves that we just put over here. They're out sprinting around. That's good to see. That's very good to see. Hey guys.
They're all out of breath.
We got those calves moved around and we got everything all bed up. It looks really nice down here. We're just standing around watching the cattle enjoy themselves. These new calves out in the pasture, they are running around like crazy. They're probably gonna be pretty tired later on. And I think we got done just in time because the rain is starting and the wind just picked up. So you know what that means? I'm getting out of the rain and the wind. There goes a big old box of eggs that Daniel graded. We were having a little discussion as to what we were gonna be doing the rest of the day. And because of the rain, we really hadn't scheduled anything. Dad mentioned to us that we could go hunting, and normally I would just jump on that opportunity and I would go out. However, we've been dealing with a little problem at home and I've got to run back to help out with it. What's that problem, you might be asking? 2 sick little babies. Lily and Ronnie have got a cold and it's been pretty rough. Not only has it been rough on the babies, they hadn't been sleeping at all. So if they're not sleeping, what's that tell you? Yeah, Lauren and I aren't sleeping. Over the past 2 nights, I think I've got probably around 4 hours of sleep. It's been pretty rough, but it's like, I don't care that I'm not getting to sleep. I just feel bad for the babies. And I also feel bad for my wife because, you know, I'm able to get away and like go do some work. I have some stuff I have to do today. Lauren's just at home taking care of the babies. Hi, Leia. What's up? Hey, girl. Look, it's nice to see you. So she's at home taking care of the babies and I want to go back and help her, try and give her a little bit of a break. I was able to give her a nap yesterday. Lauren was able to get a good nap in the middle of the day, but that's one thing. I love being a dad. I love my babies. I just hate when they get sick. It's just, you can't do much for them and it's just frustrating. I just got home. I was talking to Lauren a little bit. She said the babies are waking up. Brought home some stuff. We got handmade pierogies I'm having for lunch. That's gonna be good. Lauren said it was a rough morning because they both wanted to be held. And when they both want to be held, Callie sometimes, not that she gets jealous, she's just like, yo, where's my arm? Who's gonna hold me? But so she said it was a rough morning. So we're gonna try and help out as much as possible today. So here you can see we got sick baby number 1, Miss Lily. And then we got mommy and sick baby number 2, Mr. Ronnie. Hi, buddy. How you feeling? Yeah, they are not feeling too good, yeah, as you guys could imagine. So that's what bulk of our day is gonna be, right? Right, Miss Lily? Boop, boop. Sad day in the household when the babies are sick. But that's okay, we're watching one of Lily's favorite things. People cooking in the woods. Well, everyone, we're not gonna have too much going on. I'm getting ready to start making lunch here. And I'm just gonna try and make lunch while holding Lily, because if I put her down, she gets pretty upset. Since this is the end of the video, I wanna thank everybody for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.